All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasun Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. It's going down tomorrow, family. We got a lecture, live stream lecture, Halloween, the holy day from hell, the dangers of a thin veil, holiday lingo, trapping African souls. I want your front row and center. You should not miss it for nothing in the world. Because I didn't gathered all the gems and jewels, family, to arm you with, truth. And so believe me, it's gonna be a roller coaster ride. Buckle up, buckle in, and be there 2:30 p.m. for one of the most informative presentations that you probably ever see in your life. All right. I'm so excited and delighted to be accepted members to the Sarah Soon City YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is: Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. We just dropped uh, uh, scandalous word origin, still defiling our vocabulary till this day. Got it for you, and it is profoundly dealing with the Viking, the holiday lingo, and just the days of the week, uh, the months, the planets, and so on and so forth. And so this everyday lingo, we tend to overlook the origins of where it comes from. And maybe some of us do understand where it comes from and just deny the truth. But we most definitely gonna be waking you up, family. I want you to get we got this Frigga the witch, goddess of Friday. Who the hell are we summoning? We got to deal with it because it's very deep. Want you to become a member and gain access to a playlist of exclusive material. Most definitely, it's full of gems and jewels. Become a member today. That's right. Pull the fire. No, we ain't gonna pull the fire. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Official General Sarah Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor accessories for every room in the house. We got the Moringa detox for your family. We got the shea butter. We got the natural men's tonic for vigor and vitality. We got the soursop bitters. Over 21 different herbs and roots. You already know that's the truth. All of them the truth. So go ahead. We got the Black Seed, Mizwak, toothpaste, natural, tastes good. Got 5-in-1 herbs, and that's what you need. No fluoride, all natural, family. Get on over there today. KingSeti.com online marketplace. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos on African history, heritage, spirituality, nation building, developing the Black nation, one lesson at a time. We got Too Raw for YouTube, The Making of the White Man, Holiday Holocaust, Black Illuminati, the complete ancient Egyptian studies. What else we got down here? Ancient and modern African science and technology. We got over 40 different subjects, so you already know it's packed. You're talking about 2,500 videos. They packed with nothing but, gems and jewels. Not another website that can compare or compete. Become a member today. And everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never come. We didn't drop while the Europeans celebrate their most sacred holidays in the dead of winter, the fall of the sun, return of malevolent shadow beings. Our African people still possessed by the spirits of their slave master. Those live streams are already up there on Patreon, on fire. It's already 500 exclusive live streams already there. And so when you join immediately, you gain access to so many videos that you have not ever seen before. And so most definitely become a patron today. To all the family that donated, I thank you. Those that want to donate, link on the screen in the chat in the video description. And make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels: King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti, Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go, family. I know y'all gonna come in and we got all these we got all these people rooting for the other side out there. I don't know what. I ain't got no side, but I tell you what, when it come to goddamn missiles landing over here, I'm gonna pick a side. You feel me? Quick, fast, in a hurry. By default. Anybody shooting some shit over here? Oh no. Can't be. Yeah, so we got a lot of confused peoples out there. They root for anybody they can, to damage the US like they living in. I don't know where they think they living at. But goddamn it, I'm not rooting for nobody to bomb where I lay my head, where my family lay their head. Y'all confused out there. Okay, Israel strikes back on Iran. They went over there, and a lot of people saying depending on who you watch. A lot of people say it was a waste of time, that they didn't hit anything, and a lot of people is saying that they knocked out a lot of their air defense systems, and so that it's probably going to be another strike, this, that, and the third. Iran said they will retaliate. They will retaliate. And so it ain't gonna be too much going back and forth. Yeah, the bridge, the dam is gonna bust. Okay, I don't know how long you're gonna keep doing these little tit for tats. That's not gonna work. Okay, and so eventually somebody gonna up the ante. You see, somebody gonna up the ante, and it's gonna be some heavy destruction. Somebody gonna bomb. It's gonna be a couple missiles that's gonna land right in, a community, and it's gonna kill a number of people, and that just it's gonna escalate further and further from that point. And so, this is a war that's was coming long time ago. Okay, Iran is a nation that has been seeking the destruction of Israel since its inception. Okay, since it's the inception of Israel, Iran has been one of those nations that has always sought the downfall, and they feel like the Israelis are they fake. They just come over there, take the land. They ain't got no direct lineage to the land, and they want them up out of there. And that's been really what all they have ever talked about, along with the U.S. And so uh and I say this, and the reason why I don't give a damn, because the Arab is the Israelis before the Israelis. You see, and people want to act as if that ain't they goddamn land either. They ain't nothing but Cro-Magnon Neanderthals. That's all they is. Hairy backed it. Cro-Magnon Neanderthals with their knuckles dragging the ground. That's what they is. Okay, and so I don't want nobody to be confused about that. And so the Christians, the Arab, Muslim, the so-called Jews never had a large minority really to war no damn way. So it was basically you feel me, the Christians and the Muslims have been fighting over the land for a while now. Okay, they've been fighting over for a while now, and so the Romans, the Greeks, they took over the land first. I mean, they took over. That was an extension of Africa, and so they took that over when Alexander and Ptolemy took over Egypt. They took over that area too. That's when they took it over. And so, the original peoples of the land is black, is African. I mean, and see, that's the clear one thing that I do understand about the Bible. If you understand it, now, if you don't got you got to know the players, uh, on the players of the game. You can't just go and play no damn. You see, that's just like when we was kids and we saw a chess game and we just went up there and we just moved the pieces any which way we wanted to move them. You don't know how to move the pieces on the board. And so if you master the Bible, it's a very destructive instrument to white supremacy. It is, because it speaks directly the opposite of what they're trying to project in Hollywood, on TV, and all of that. So and that's key, because it does tell us that the nations that we know of today as the Middle East, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, all of those nations, Israel, even Yemen and all. Ain't no damn Yemen, ain't no damn Saudi Arabia, ain't no Iran or no Iraq, or none of that. Once you understand the British going over, they just created them nations. See, a lot of people think they've been there forever. No, 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 no. They just created Saudi Arabia. They just created the Saudi Arabia is named after King Saud. He was not, the man just lived in the early 1900s. Y'all act like Saud is a prophet or something. No goddamn prophet. That man just lived in the early 1900s. And so they named it after him, Saudi Arabia. Okay, but long before it was Arabia, it was Kush. No damn Arabia. It was Kush. That's exactly what it was. There's no Arabia before the Arab. And the Arab is basically a AD people. When you talk about they don't have no earlier record than the Quran. They don't have no earlier record than the Quran. You see, if they did, they would present it, and they don't. That's their great masterpiece that they stand behind. The Quran is an AD book, you see, and so we tend to when we overextend, people's presence in an area. We overextend it because we fall into some of the stories that they write. The Bible is older than the Quran. You see, the Bible is older than the Quran, and so the Bible clearly says that those areas were inhabited by black people. That's just all it is to it. And I say that because a lot of people say, well, the Israelis is doing this. That's so goddamn what? The Arab did it before them. Yeah, like but see, the thing is, the Israelis is doing it on the Arab. The Arab did it on Africans. And y'all act like, oh, well, the Israeli, I don't give a goddamn what they do to them. I don't. Y'all throw a cape on and y'all go flying through the goddamn air trying to, Russia is a goddamn imperialist state. You understand? They had damn near half of the Asian continent under imperialism. Poland, goddamn, all Romania, all that shit over there you call the Baltic states, Yugoslavia, Kosovo, Albania. All of that shit was a part of the Soviet Union. It just broke up maybe 30 years ago. So I mean, so people say, oh, the United States is an imperialist. So is goddamn Russia. What about China? What about Japan? Japan was an imperialist. Shit, Japan had colonized China, Korea, Philippines. All of that shit was under the rule of goddamn Japan. And when you go into the history of how they treated them people, They fucked over them people. Ain't nothing that they still got bad blood over what Japan did to them. Okay, China. Look at China. Look at what Mao Zedong did to his people. Killed. They say Mao Zedong during that revolution over there killed over 50 million people. Damn near 50 million people that they slaughtered over there. And for people with a billion people, 50 million might not be that much. But that's what they say. They say Mao Zedong and Joseph Stalin. Stalin was the head of the Soviet Union during World War II. Say both of them, Mao Zedong and Joseph Stalin, would make Adolf Hitler look like a Boy Scout. So I mean, shit. So I mean, and so people act like, oh, Russia or Soviet Union or China or Japan, all them goddamn Cro-Magnon nations have been imperialist nations. Those are facts. Those are facts. So when you go over there and you looking for anybody to to be against, and I understand that we've been enslaved over here, and so yeah, but this is our fight. We got stake in the fight. We don't talking about down. No, we just got to do what we need to do so we can claim control over here. But we ain't seeking for nobody to bomb the damn land, and y'all is crazy. Y'all ain't that's because that just show you ain't got no platform. Your mind ain't right, and it's a self-destructive policy to to even talk about somebody. Whether I don't give a goddamn, what they doing over there. I don't, and that's real because nobody gave a fuck about us. You understand? All them nations, and crazy as it is, when you think about the Berlin Conference and all them European nations that attended the Berlin Conference, when they carved Africa up, and you see all them lines you see in the map of Africa today, them never existed before the Berlin Conference. But when them Europeans went to carve Africa up, they put them lines in there. They put them lines in there. No ancient African civilization went by them lines that you see on the map of Africa today. Those was put there so the Europeans would know this is my part, this is my part. And so the whole continent of Africa had been carved up by some European nation one way or another. So you think I give a goddamn how they treat them or this, that? And like I say, before the European, it was the damn Arab. The Arab had colonized all the North. Look at that. Look at it today. How you think they got in there? You think people just invited them in? What happened to the people that was in them areas? They either fled or they was murdered. You understand? That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. Either they fled or they were murdered. So what the hell I give a goddamn about what's going on in Palestine or what's going on in goddamn Ukraine and Russia? You see, you was a foolish nigga. I only speak on it to show you military mental strategy. Okay? Mental strategy. They tell you one thing and I'm showing you, what's going on over there, and that's because really the reality, the same mind game that they playing on the world right over there, they playing right here. You see, they playing right here. And if you can't see the strategy for what it is, and you can't pick a winner, you got to be able to pick a winner. You got to be able to see behind the lines. A lot of people, they so emotional. War is not won on emotion. It can be, but not today. You got to have more than just energy. You got to have more than, because when them goddamn bombs and shit get to dropping, it's a new day and age. It's a new type of warfare. You feel what I'm saying? And so either you got something to check that type of technology, or you gonna lose. That's just all it is to it. And Marcus Garvey always told us that, whoever wins in technology and science is gonna be, you know, he gonna be the victor. You can't run out there with a bow and arrow and all that. You know, we gotta get some science and technology behind us, and at least some strategy, you know, to be able to either sidestep it, you feel me, or keep it moving, or fight it a different kind of way where, you know, if you might not be able to beat him on a military, but you can beat him. You just got to find a different methodology. You got to find your methodology in how to beat him. Unity number one. Unity is number one. He can't, you know, if you come together in a unified state and he can't beat us. So we had to unify. We had to unify and move as one. We do that, that's a victory. You know, that's a victory. There's nothing he could do. And so and that's clear. But when people see things that just not there. Now, people talking about, well, you know, the way the Israelis is moving, the Arabs very well may unite on them. Arabs ain't gonna do shit. Them Arabs been losing for the longest. They just can't seem to win shit. You know, them days of Muhammad and, you know, where they came, them days is over. You see what I'm saying? Them days is over. They not the Arab. It came, you know, he can't seem to muster a victory on the battlefield. Them days is long gone. I can't see, you know, because what we have to realize is that Britain, United States, they created the state of Israel. They created, and they didn't create it because they was given the so-called Israelis a homeland. That is a strategic choke point in the global trade, you know, and that, you know, with the Suez Canal and that they need that. That's a military base for the United States. You know, that's a military base. They the one put the. A lot of people say the Jews and, you know, got all the power, and they do have some power, but that Anglo-Saxon got some power too. He the one put their ass over there. They was out there in the Mediterranean. They was in ships sitting out there in the Mediterranean. They didn't have nowhere to go. They didn't have nowhere to go. And United States didn't take them. Europe didn't take them. And so they say, well, let us put them over there in what at that time was called Palestine, and created it. And then and they became the gatekeepers of that area to keep, you know, the international trade moving through that area, you know. And so, yeah, and so in order, you know, United States not about to have that fall. They not. The Europeans is not going. So it ain't. So if they bomb that motherfucker in any kind of way, I mean, literally, that will collapse a major part of the international global trade. And I don't believe that they're going to let that happen. That's just not going to happen. So if they bomb it in any way, you're going to see Iraq too. Iran ain't got that kind of smoke. I'm sick or tired of people keep saying, oh, Iran. You know, I seen what Saddam Hussein, and I just, you know, because I watched this over, you know, this is something I studied over a course of almost, you talking about over 40 some years, you know, military geography and strategy and looking at, you see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I mean, I done seen many of them Arab nations, Saddam Hussein, yeah, we gonna dismantle you when you come over here. They was hanging Saddam Hussein. They was digging Saddam Hussein ass up out the ground where he was hiding when the United States came over there, hiding in the fucking ground. They had, you know, he was, you know, and they drug his ass out the hole, you know, drug his ass out the hole. Wasn't nowhere for him. He couldn't even get out of that motherfucker. Like, goddamn, man, you ain't get no ticket up out that motherfucker. He couldn't even get out of Iraq fast enough. You see what I'm saying? But he was woofing. He said he had 1 million man army and they was going to destroy the United States. Man, they went over there and they ramsacked I Iraq. I'm just telling you what happened. You see? I'm just telling you what happened. So, you could, a lot of motherfuckers can talk. That's just like certain motherfuckers get to woofing. And motherfucker on the street whoop their ass. You hear a whole lot of talking and shit. You see what I'm saying? And motherfucker get to talking and he ain't got that weaponry. And then when shit hit the fan, you know what I'm saying? Get cleaned up. They clean their ass up all the time. Gaddafi was another one. He talking and he didn't know how. I mean, it's a way you gotta move. You see, and that don't mean you just keep some of that shit to yourself. And you can still make the move, but don't tell the move before you make it. And that's what a lot of them was doing. They was and wasn't prepared, and they was not prepared to deal with that. And so Gaddafi's another one that went down. And his adversaries was dragging him through the street. That was, how they did Gaddafi was foul. But I mean, I ain't got nothing it was a foul situation, but hell, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all Arabs is paying for what y'all did to our ancestors. Okay, so I don't give a goddamn. And so when I think about, they joining up over there. Listen, let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna just be 100 with you. They can all join. It don't mean shit about numbers. You know what I'm saying? It's about how many minds, advanced minds you got. And the technology also. You feel me? And the technology. Iran is not ready to see the West. It's just not. They're not ready to see the West. They're gonna run on Iran. United States will wreck Iran for real. Real talk. They'll wreck them. They'll wreck them bad. And that's just all it is to it. They're not prepared for that. I mean, they could destroy that goddamn nation with one or two airplanes. They don't really need that much. And just being real. They don't need too much to destroy that damn nation. That nation, and you can send 2, 3 of them goddamn stealth bombers over there. And man, once they get through opening up that goddamn hatch with all them bombs that gonna fall out, and man, that goddamn nation gonna be over with. They gonna knock out every fucking bridge, the damn highways. They gonna, well, some of that shit they keep, they don't do it. But if they really wanted to wreck shit, you know what I'm saying? They'll bomb all your highways, so you can't even even if you had a vehicle, you ain't gonna. They're gonna knock the bridges out that motherfucker where you can't get across rivers. You know what I'm saying? So even if you got tanks and shit, if you can't rebuild them bridges, you can't even move your tanks. They're gonna bomb your air, but they don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? They got ways of knocking shit out because they're gonna want to take the airport. Sometimes they don't do that. They might, they bomb certain shit and then they'll come in and put their own bridges in there. They'll put their own bridge, but they'll knock the bridge out. They'll knock the bridges out. They'll bomb the certain highways so that they can't get up and down them. They'll bomb the damn airports and shit so they can't get their airplanes up off of that motherfucker. You see, knock their goddamn electricity out, knock their water out. See, that's crazy because once they knock there and you can't get food in, man, the goddamn nation gonna go into chaos. People don't know, and so all that talk and shit about, this, that, and the third, no, sir. They not ready for that. And so, yeah, they doing some things because, they didn't went ham on their leadership. They didn't went ham on their goddamn leadership. They didn't knock down about, I don't know how many of they top leaders, you feel me, that they done knocked out. Yeah, the oil fields, they'll knock them up or knock them and get in there and reestablish them. But yeah. I just hit up. I didn't see what y'all was talking because I didn't have my Oh, man, lost to Vietnam. Man, what is you talking about? What is you talking about, man? Talking about lost to Vietnam and Afghanistan. Man, they was up in Afghanistan for damn near 20 years. What the fuck is you talking about? They was in the goddamn, what is you talking about? Yeah, you sound crazy. I tell you what, I don't know what your name is, but I tell you what, wherever you say they gonna win, I tell you what, get you a ticket and take your ass over there. And you stay there. When that war go down, you just sit comfortably over there then. Since they gonna win and you believe, yeah, of course they did. What the hell you think? See, whatever your name, big DRXX, Mr. Whatever, listen, you stupid. You understand what I'm saying? United States was over there for 20 years growing heroin. What you saying? See, you a fool. You sitting over there looking at them little guns and shit going off and shit. Afghanistan was the #1 opium growing goddamn country for the last 30 years. You don't even know what you talking about. Yeah, motherfuckers they stayed over there for 30 years growing opium. Goddamn it, filling up their storehouses and shit for 30 years. And now and they didn't got and if they want to, they'll go over there and take it again. They'll go over there and take it again. That's what they'll do. Talking about yeah, they lost in Afghanistan. No, they didn't. They didn't lose. Biden, uh, not a military man, and he went out like a punk. That's all. Talking about America lost the weapons of mass destruction war. That's bullshit. United States technology is more advanced than Russia. You see what I'm saying? Russia then lost damn near its whole navy in the goddamn in the Black Sea. They done lost damn near all they half of their damn navy. What is you talking about? They didn't knock down so many generals and shit, high ranking in Russia. Russia ain't been able to look how, man, listen here. All you had to do is compare the Iraq war to the Ukraine war. And Iraq was a stronger nation. It's more than goddamn. It very well may be. It very well may be, but whatever it is, it's more than technology. But I tell you what, and it is, you got to have the minds too. Now you got to have the minds too. You clearly got to have you got to have the technology. You got to have the leadership. You got to have, you got to have the soldiers. You got to have all of that. And listen to me when I tell you, I don't give a fuck what you say. That ain't no name. If you compare Ukraine to Iraq, you can see that no matter what, and United States stayed in there and for over, I don't know, how long did they stay in Iraq? Damn near 20 years. Yeah, they still strong. But they don't really want no smoke. They don't really want no smoke like that. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't pointed it out. I didn't pointed it out. Saddam Hussein was the strongest. He was the strongest. Yeah, he was the strongest. Yeah. But what happened? He got decimated. So, I mean, you name me one stronger than Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein was stronger than bin Laden. Yeah, but bin Laden pulled up a shit. Saddam Hussein had a whole nation. People saying Ukraine military is wiped out. U.S. is holding the fight. Listen to me. Make this make sense. I'm gonna do this again for you for you novices. I'm gonna make it clear now. Listen to me. Russia been in Ukraine now damn near 3 years, going on 3 years. If the United States had got into a conflict with Ukraine, they would completely own that nation right now. And I'm gonna tell you, they would have did it in the first year, it was even if it was sporadic fighting, guerrilla warfare type, they would have seized the cities. There's no way that, listen, the port, they would own that. They would have complete control of the waterway, period. You see what I'm saying? They would have complete ownership of the Black Sea. They would have moved their ass up off of that damn water. You see what I'm saying? Because number one, people keep talking here. Russia don't even have air superiority, man. I mean, what the fuck is y'all talking about? Make that make sense. Explain to me why Russia doing, why you doing all that talking for 3 years. Russia has not gained air superiority. Explain to me why. Explain to me why. United States probably would have got air superiority over Ukraine in the first 30 days. Less than that. They would have gained air in any form of air defense system. They would have knocked that shit on out. They'd have knocked that shit on out. Okay, then I don't give a fuck. It's nothing else. Russia can't stop United States from getting air superiority. You keep putting answers up there. You supposed to have, if you can't check what the enemy got, then you ain't gonna be the victor. All you doing, and when I ask you that, you give an answer. Okay, then. Obviously, that's enough to check Russia from getting air superiority. So they don't have air superiority. And so, but I tell you what, if the United States was attacking Ukraine and Russia supported Ukraine, they would still gain air superiority over Ukraine. It would be nothing that Russia could do except fully come into the, and still they Air Force can't fuck with the U.S. Air Force. They're just real. You know, that's why when it come down to the get down, Russia gonna always play the nuclear card because they know from a conventional, United States will beat you up with conventional warfare. They don't even have to play the nuclear card. They're going to beat your ass up with conventional warfare. And the fact that Putin always playing the nuclear card because he know he cannot win a conventional war against the United States or NATO. People used to talk about, well, you know, Russia cannot take NATO. They just can't. Because if he can't take Ukraine, one goddamn nation, how in the fuck is he going to take NATO? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. So, you know, that's what I'm saying by how they put up all these goddamn videos that make you think Russia is not as strong. And believe it or not, China is not as strong as a lot of people, because the simple fact is United States got bases surrounding China. Do you see China with any bases surrounding the United States? Make that shit make sense to me. You see what I'm saying? Make that shit make sense to me. United States got air bases and army bases in Japan and goddamn Korea and the Philippines. All over, they got bases all out in the goddamn Indian Ocean and shit with nuclear subs and shit and all type of, get the fuck out of here. What is y'all talking about? Y'all sound confused. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Whatever you believe, I tell you what, when it go down, get you a ticket and take your ass over there where you say gonna win. If you believe Russia gonna win or whatever, get you a ticket and take your ass over there when it gets started and chill out. Chill out until it's over with. God damn it, you might wake up in hell. You might wake up, you might not even wake up. Yeah. Iran is not ready. Iran been talking shit for the last goddamn 30 years. Iran been talking shit for the last 30 years. They ain't done shit. If Iran was what they said, they would have been, they fighting, they using their proxies and shit. You see what I'm saying? They're using their proxies to fight. I mean, come on, man. Bring the ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Yeah, they can't. I mean, the military is, that you just got. It just can't be. Listen, when one of them goddamn aircraft carriers pull up in your motherfucking in your backyard, and them goddamn nuclear subs pull up in, all that talk is over with. You see what I'm saying? That shit it's over with. Yeah, motherfucker got damn near 50 damn F-35'S on there. You see, when them goddamn stealth bombers fly over your shit, it's a wrap. I don't want to hit nothing. You know what? One stealth bomber will go over Iran and shut that bitch down. One stealth, not two, one. One stealth bomber. If that one stealth bomber could fly over Iran and shut that motherfucker down for good. You see? Yeah. Get that, yeah. Yeah, they got stealth drones too. They do. Shit, they got stealth goddamn them destroyer ships and shit. They got stealth damn near everything. But this new one, man, this sixth generation goddamn, you say, what he say? What he say? He say, no, it can't. Oh man, shut up. You go somewhere. Stop it. But take your ass over there when it fly over there and see if it don't shut it down. Man, please. They'll shut that motherfucker down. You sitting over here talking about Iran. They over there that knocked off. They over there knocking off goddamn. Yeah, they done knocked off their president. They done went over there and killed the top Hamas leader while he was over there during the inauguration. Yeah, they didn't they just knocked the other guy off. They didn't caught him up in the house and bombed his ass. Whatever his name, Sinwar, whatever. They didn't bombed him. They didn't bomb what the fuck is y'all talking? They knocking off their leadership left and right. God damn, what the fuck? They bullying their ass right now, man. Y'all gotta stop the madness, man. I wouldn't want to be on y'all team. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I would want some counsel to tell me, like, look, man, yeah, this shit y'all doing, man, you got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? All this, find another way, because you losing right now, man. You getting your leadership knocked off to the point you ain't gonna want nobody gonna want to be a leader. Who the fuck want to be a leader when you got so many moles? And that's another thing that people not talking about. The Arab has a lot of moles right there in his own people. They telling where they at. What the hell is you talking about? They telling where they at. They got a lot of moles, and what y'all fail to understand. I mean, that's not. I don't feel that it is because Israel is backed by the U.S. brother. Is not everybody got you see you saying something that don't make sense to me. You saying something that don't make, because everybody got allies. Yeah. Yeah, everybody got allies. So goddamn what? What the fuck is you talking about? Germany had Japan and Italy. What is you talking about? Okay, so I mean, every nation has allies that support it during wartime. So you saying because Israel got got the United States, but Iran is using Hezbollah, using the Houthis down in Yemen, using Hamas and shit over there in Gaza. I mean, what is you talking about? Nah, see, the thing is, this is what I want to show y'all some real shit. Y'all made me take this shit further than I want to, but let me show you something. But see how the United States backs Israel, and you see how they seem, they got the upper hand. Yeah, they got the upper hand on their ass. Yeah, it's always a threat. But here it is. Iran, backs Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis, and then Israel and goddamn United States be bombing the shit out of them, and Iran don't even come to their aid. What kind of shit is that? That's some punk shit. What Iran is doing is some punk shit. Because they supposed to be a big powerhouse nation, but they don't never come out on the battlefield. They send these little ass, punk ass terror groups, Hezbollah, knowing damn well that Hezbollah can't face a military like fucking Israel, backed by NATO, backed by goddamn United States. And so they send them out there with that inferior ass technology. And it's like, they just like, shoot as many as you can, even though you're going to die. And they never show up. Iran has never shown up for its proxies. Only just now they shot a few off the save face, because if they don't shoot shit off, and they like, goddamn. See, the reason why Iran shot some missiles off, because they didn't knock down in the last 3 years damn near 6, 7, 8 of they top goddamn leadership. And so they like, goddamn, man, we fucking, we fighting in a coalition with y'all, and y'all motherfuckers don't even show up on the battlefield. Oh man, look at that. Studio really said it. You act like the US don't pay motherfuckers to set up terror groups and play both sides just to start war. That's true. That's true. And that's another, and believe it or not, that's another attribute of the big dog. That's another where you could do that, but you still got to have the power to manifest that. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't going, but you still got to have the power to manifest that. You see, you still got to have the power to manifest. You can set some shit up, but that don't mean everybody gonna rock with what you trying to do. You see? Yeah, yes, but that's also a manifestation of the big dog. Whatever you saying, it just reflect, how they able to do that. Okay, and that's true what you said. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Yeah, United States, set Bin Laden up, and yeah, that's when he was fighting against Russia. And then, the dreams but they did that with them Arabs over there during World War II. They told them they was gonna liberate their ass, and they thought they was gonna be in control of all that Middle East, and they lied to them. They had them out there fighting in World War II, and they thought that only thing that they did was give them little puppet leadership roles. But the British, the United States, and the French still control the land. They control the oil and all of that. So that's, they did that. They did that. And so, but yeah, I just, Iran I see Iran is a punk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep putting these little groups out there that they know can't win. And so instead of them going and hitting the battlefield like a big nation is supposed to do, they send out these little terror groups to fight these bigger nations, knowing that all they gonna do is bomb the shit out of them. Iran don't want no smoke for itself. Yeah. So at least the United States and the Israelis will come out and fight for their own, Iran, I ain't seen Iran fight a battle of its own yet. They send the Houthis and the Hezbollah and Hamas out there to fight. So I mean, Iran act like a punk. Iran is a punk. Get out of here, man. Fight your own goddamn war. Come on out and all that woofing you talking about, what you gonna do and prove it. And you gonna see that Iran is no different than Iraq. Matter of fact, Iraq was punishing, well, it was about 50-50. Yeah, I think it was about 50-50. When Iran and Iraq went to war and shit. And it was a bloody war, but it was about 50-50. It's about 50-50, but that just show you right there. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Satellites can find your location. That's true. I don't give a fuck, you know. Yeah, they can find you, especially if you're using any type of technology or any motherfucking thing. As a matter of fact, your goddamn phone is goddamn a damn satellite shit. I mean, they can track you with the goddamn phone. You see what they did with them damn what was it? Was it Hamas or Hezbollah? Where they had the Israelis had that show you how they did them motherfuckers. They went over there and set up and set up companies inside of Lebanon. They went over, that was Hezbollah. They went over there a year earlier, went over there, set up a phone company. Yeah. Yeah, they can see you, they can zoom in. They'll put something in your back pocket. That's how they can see you. You know, but anyway, they went over there in Lebanon and set up telephone companies and shit. And over there making bombs and shit, putting bombs in the cell phone and selling it to their dumb ass. And they over there on the goddamn pick up the phone and the motherfucker blow their head off and shit. You know? Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. But the thing is, you know why? And I'm about to get off this particular. The thing is, if you can't see what's going on right here, then I don't believe you got no strategy. You know, you got to. I mean, you got to have strategy enough to see what the fuck going on. And so, if your strategy, you can't see this shit that right here in front of you, and from a winning standpoint, not no emotional standpoint, but from the victor standpoint, then life is gonna be the same way for your ass. You see, life is gonna be the same. You're gonna make funny moves, and you're gonna get, you're gonna get funny outcomes. You know, you're gonna make funny moves, and you're gonna get funny outcomes. You see, you say, how come they couldn't track Bin Laden? They knew where that motherfucker was. They knew where he was. Yeah, they knew where he was. They knew where he was. They knew about where he was. You know, they knew where he was, but at the same time, they knew where he was all the time. But they knew they was gonna have to break into Pakistan to get his ass. Yeah, 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 yeah. They knew where his ass. They knew where the fuck he was. They just, it was a matter of, yeah. Oh, man, y'all motherfuckers. Man, y'all weak. Man, go to sleep. It's time for the kiddies. It's time for the kiddies to go to bed. Go on and get in bed and get your cookies and milk and take your ass to bed. Yeah. Y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be on. Hey, shit. I rolled the dice on my own goddamn understanding before I even. Y'all motherfuckers have motherfucker all fucked up. Go and get your cookies and milk and turn on Nickelodeon and go on to sleep. You know, put SpongeBob on and fall asleep. Leave this military shit alone. You understand? Don't beef with no niggas or nothing. Just leave it alone. Be peaceful. Because y'all ain't about strategizing no goddamn warfare. Y'all will have all kind of motherfuckers fucked up. We can beat them. We can beat them. These niggas and nigga, we'll be reading about you niggas on the news and shit. Yeah, we'll be reading about you niggas. Man, we can beat them. I don't care because they got 1,000 AKs. Shit, nigga, all you had to do is shoot straight, and you know we got. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, I heard they got 1,000 guns, but man, I can shoot. I know I'm you know, motherfucker, you gonna be dead. Them niggas gonna come around there with them 1,000 choppers and they gonna move your house off the block. Nigga, they gonna tear your goddamn house down, goddamn 2x4 by 2x4 and shit. You see what I'm saying? My advice for Iran, I don't really got no advice for Iran. I believe you know what Iran wants to be. What Iran wants to be, it wants to be the champion of the Islamic world. It wants to be the champion. It wants to be the one that reclaims this Islamic empire, world, world control, and and reclaiming supposedly historical Islamic lands, and so understanding that, you see, understanding that they done created a destiny where they're gonna have to clash. And so I don't have no advice for them. That's their destiny. And so eventually it's gonna come down to the battlefield. And I just don't see Iran. I don't see Iran beating the West. I just don't see it. And the crazy thing about it is this. I'm going to tell y'all just like this. I'm going to tell y'all and I'm going to get out of here. Don't join the European market. Hey, my advice to Iran is, listen here. Don't fuck with the US. That's my advice for Iran. Because if they do, that's going to be, man, they're going to knock their ass back. They're going to knock their ass back about 3 centuries. You see what I'm saying? They're going to be over there riding on camels and goats and shit. That's where they're going to be. Them motherfuckers going to be over there on camels and motherfucking goats. Like, nigga, when you open up them children Bibles and they show motherfucking Joseph and Mary and shit on a donkey and shit, that's how they gonna be over there. You understand? Ain't gonna be a car, ain't gonna motherfucking no lights gonna be on over there. Them motherfuckers gonna be over there with candles. Them motherfuckers gonna be over there with bonfires and shit. It's gonna be fucked up over there. Yeah. United States ain't gonna let them fight because the United States need that geographical hot spot. They need it. It's also for trade, it's for military. They need it. You see, they need it. And so, family, I love talking with y'all. Y'all have me and I feel y'all, and stay tuned. That's all. But remember, and when that shit go down, remember, come back to this video now. Come to this video, because I'm gonna tell you, man, I got a high percentage. I got a high percentage, man. Even them white boys on goddamn they know not to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They know not. Bring it on. Whichever one you got out there, bring it on. Bring it on. And I got them. All right, family. Okay, we'll be black. Arm yourself with knowledge. We got one more for tonight. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. And that was my advice to Iran. This is my advice to you. Don't move nowhere over there. Hey, because I tell you what, you typing all this shit in. I tell you what, go move your ass over there and then let them fall out with the United States. I bet your monkey ass be trying to get the quickest motherfucking ticket about that bitch. You ain't gonna be like, oh, Iran about to, oh no, nigga, you gonna be on mama. You gonna be on the phone, mama, mama. Get me a ticket about this motherfucker. The building I was living in, it ain't there no more. He say, I'm not here. All right, family. All right, I'm out of here. Black Power.